Good morning, students. In the previous class we have seen what is the lipid, how this lipid works as a building blocker in our body, how this lipid we are going to consume, and what is the transmission it may happen in our body, what are the forms available of lipid, means forms of cholesterol or lipoproteins are available, means LDL, VLDL, intermediate density lipoprotein, IDL, LDL, and high density lipoprotein. We have seen all these things. Now the question is, it is also clear to us, that is, if lipid it is increasing, then definitely the chance of cardiac diseases will increase. Now that lipid concentration we have to decrease, that lipoprotein concentration we have to decrease, or we have to make it control. So the drugs or the agents we are using for this purpose, they are called as hypolipoproteinemic drugs or agent. So these particular drugs, this type of drug can be classified into 5 subtypes. Okay, majorly 5 subtypes. Number 1 subtype, here it is written, that is HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor. Reductase means what it is going to give, reduce. Okay, so HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor, under that the most examples are all statins. Okay, so we may find out here lovastatin, simvastatin, flavostatin, parvastatin. So all these statins are coming under this group. But this drug, it's not an ancient drug, comparatively new, only 3 decades back it has came to the market, 3 or 35, maximum 30-35 years back it has came to the market and win the heart of the patient. Okay, because actually it was a boom. It was really very comfortable to use, very palatable to use, very minimum side effects was there. Along with that, it was having a very nice performance to reduce the LDL level. Now how it is going to reduce the LDL level, that mechanism of action first we have to see. First we have to understand. Remember that the full form of HMG means 3-hydroxy-3-methyl-glutenyl coenzyme A. Okay, so this particular has to get converted to mevalonate. So this is a rate limiting state in our lipid synthesis or cholesterol synthesis. In this particular stage, if it is going to control how much quantity of cholesterol it will be synthesized in our body. So here what it is there, that particular 3-hydroxy-3-methoxy-glutenyl coenzyme A reductase inhibitor, this total HMG-CoA reductase, this enzyme, it will get inhibited. So what it will happen, the rate limiting step, it will be abolished. So when this rate limiting step it will be abolished, then definitely there is a alteration of LDL level. But remember that this mechanism is not so easy. It is little bit complex, we can say, because here some of the feedback mechanism is going to get added. In the sometimes in the previous classes in the hypertension also we have seen some cases drug we are using to decrease the blood pressure, definitely due to feedback mechanism, due to vagal action, or due to some other action, the opposite way the blood pressure it is increasing. Same the things it may happen in this case of drug. What it is happening, whenever this drug it is stopping that rate limiting stage of our cholesterol synthesis, automatically the LDL receptor expression it will increase in our liver. The receptors, on which receptor the LDL get binded, that particular LDL receptor expression will increase. So when this will increase, the negative feedback mechanism will start. means more receptors are there, more quantity of LDL is required now. Okay, so by that sometimes what it will happen, the IDL and LDL conversion from the VLDL it will increase. Okay, so this is a common effect. It might have, means it may be seen using after this drug within some 3 to 4 weeks or 1 month. It may come, but after that continuous using dose monitoring, and dose monitoring is very essential over here. It may control this situation or it may revert this feedback mechanism. It may make a particular balance situation, so that after 3 to 4 weeks we can get a optimum reduction in the cholesterol level, in the lipid level. So it will achieve, but it requires some time. In the first week you are going to get this result is very poor result, 5 to 10% result you are going to get by using this type of drug. But after 3 to 4 weeks you may get the result. It may come up to 20 to 40% reduction in the lipid level. So how much it will get reduced, that is also depending upon which dose you are providing to your patient. Means the patient what dose they are taking. If they are taking 10 to 20 mg, so then definitely the reduction will be up to 20%. If the patient is taking 80 mg per day, then definitely there is a chance of reduction of 40% of the lipid level by using this drug. This is very good choice of drug where our cardiac, myocardial problems it is arising. Means myocardial arrhythmia, arterial flutter, or all this particular situation, this is a very good choice of drug, because the vessel it may lose, the blood vessel it will easily lose the LDL concentration. But remember that statin always act in our body in midnight. Okay, this type of drug always it will be prescribed in the night time, means after dinner. This drug has to be consumed after the dinner, so then only you are going to get the better result. But in the daytime or in the early morning or in the morning or after lunch, if anybody is taking this particular drug, as this drug concentration will lose, means its bioavailability it will go on and it will lose its concentration by reaching midnight. If you are taking the drug after lunch, then this particular drug will show you lesser than 50% of the action. So always this drug has to be taken in the night. Clear? So this is the particular type of drug. All the statins are coming under HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor. So these are having some of the side effects. Along with that, these statins are very common to produce the headache. Along with that, blindness, vision will be erupted, and vomiting sensation, nausea it will be there. Muscle dystonia it may happen, means looseness of the muscle. It may sometimes find. Okay, along with that, this may produce CBS disorder is very rare, not occurring actually. Produce another one unwanted condition, that is the serum imbalance, means in our body there it may happen. So these are the side effects of this particular drug, though it is a very good choice of drug when as far as when we are going to bother about hypolipoproteinemic agent. Next group we are going to find out, here it has written, that is the interfere with the absorption, intestinal absorption, that is the cholesterol. This is very interesting drug, that actually this is the resin. Okay, so this is also very interesting drug, and we are going to find out this is having a unique mechanism of action. You can tell this is a little bit different mechanism of action than the prior one. Okay, so what it is happening actually, this particular drug, means this group of resin drug, always it has to be given in the chloride form, because this is most effective in the chloride form. What it will happen, it will be administered orally. So after getting administered, it will go to your stomach, and in that stomach it will neither means not digested or nor it will get metabolized in your body, because it is a resin. So ultimately what it will happen, it is going with the intention, it will go to your intestine and it will bind with your bile salt. Most of the cases, as I told in the previous classes, bile salt is responsible for the digestion of lipid, because without bile salt it is not possible. So if that bile salt it is, or bile acid, it is going to get binded with this type of resins, what it will happen? This VLDL, LDL, IDL, all it will be intact form. They will not get chance for the digestion and automatically they will pass out by the fecal excretion. So the clearance of VLDL, LDL, IDL all will increase by our excretory method, means by our excretory system. Mostly the fecal excretion, it will increase the elimination of all the lipids from your body. So automatically it will pass out, the concentration of lipid it will fall down in your body. So remember that this is a good drug, but this is not at all palatable to have. That's why the patients are not facing very comfortable in nature to have this particular type of drug. This is not palatable. Nausea, vomiting, very common with our resin. This is going to find out to production of more gas formation in the stomach. So the belching sensation, abdominal cramp, abdominal fullness, these things are very common, means digestive problems it will occur usually. So mostly the major side effect it will arise by using this drug, that is the constipation. So constipation it will be followed by, it is going to hamper the patient who are having piles. So the bleeding condition in the case of piles it will be worsened. So we have to very precautious when we are going to administer the drug. If the patient is having this type of problems, GI problems, we should avoid this particular type of drug. The third group of drug we are going to find out, that is fibric acid derivative, very important and very popular drug, that is clofibrate. Okay, so this type of drugs, they are very easy in mechanism. They are having very easy mechanism. What they will do? They will increase the activity of lipoprotein lipase, that is one enzyme. Break down the lipoprotein. So this is a very simple mechanism. Directly one enzyme activity it will increase, and automatically by using this activity our cholesterol means level, or the VLDL, LDL is means in IDL, all that concentration it will start fall down. So this is a very important and very popular drug, because of this is not also having a wide range of side effect. This is major prescription, one of the major prescription as far as if you are going to concentration about this particular topic. So remember that here in clofibrate we are going to find one other activity, that is the increasing of ADH, means antidiuretic hormone. So antidiuretic hormone, when it will get secreted more concentration, automatically the urine formation it will decrease in our body. So this is the side effect. We are going to find out some other side effects, that is the diarrhea, abdominal pain and headache. So these all will be there, but the major limitations already I have discussed. Other topic. Now we have to find out what is the major limitation. If the patient at the time of counseling, the patient is telling that he or she is having the kidney damage or kidney failure, any of the urinary distress, automatically this type of drug has to be avoided. Okay, so because it may cause the serious indication. So this is one of the major side effect of this. Next group we are going to find out that the nicotinic acid, you know already this name. Nicotinic acid means vitamin B, but majorly you are thinking why this vitamin B is coming, how come this is lipid reducing drug. So this is also means this nicotinic acid, this is very much essential in our body for our nervous system development or nervous system maintaining. Okay, so but that concentration is very low. If you are going to get much larger dose than this, then automatically it will start degrading the cholesterol. The cholesterol it will start degrading, means the lipid concentration it will start degrading. So this is the mechanism we are applying, means we are getting over here higher concentration of vitamin B. It reduces VLDL, LDL and IDL. So by this method we are using nicotinic acid, but sometimes this is a good drug if we are using as a co-prescription. We are using the last drug we are going to have, that is the Probucol. This is the antioxidant drug. Antioxidant drug means here the substance which reduces or which is having the free radical scavenging activity. Free radicals are very toxic and very poisonous for our cell. Free radicals used to destroy our cell. So the substance which is going to destroy that free radicals or which is going to scavenge these free radicals, they are called as antioxidant. So Probucol also, this is also having the same mechanism, that is the antioxidant mechanism. By using this mechanism only, it is going to reduce our lipid concentration. Remember that is also a good co-prescription, but the major prescription only by using this drug may not attain the goal. So here in today's topic we have covered the hypolipoproteinemic agent. In this type we have found 5 important types of classifications. Example, we came to know HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor interfere with the absorption. Next we got fibric acid derivatives and inhibit VLDL production, and this is the antioxidant, that is the Probucol. So remember that they all are doing that same activity, that is the concentration of lipid reduced, but they are doing the activity in different pathway. This is a rate limiting state inhibitor activity. Here we are going to find out the cholesterol synthesis it will get inhibited by this type of drug. Interfere with the absorption, we have found this is directly it will act on the intestine by binding with the bile acid. Okay. Here the name itself it is indicating the fibric acid derivative, that is the clofibrate. Means what it will happen, this particular type of drug means clofibrate, it is going to increase the activity of a particular enzyme, means lipoprotein lipase. By this method, means it is doing the activity by increasing the enzymatic activity. Here this is inhibit the VLDL production. Why this VLDL production inhibition is most important? Because the VLDL is first going to synthesis in our liver. So if the VLDL synthesis it will get inhibited, automatically the IDL and the LDL synthesis it will be automatically it will reduce. So if this is the VLDL production it is decreasing, means nicotinic acid directly it will decrease the synthesis of VLDL. So here we are going to find out the last group, that is the antioxidant, means directly by using the antioxidant property it is used. All these 5 groups we have studied. So this is important. Remember that once again, this is the most important when we are thinking about our cardiovascular system. So by this, because sometimes the problem it is arising due to only the accumulation of lipid, we have to find out this type of drug, means that type of drug will be useful in that particular case. Here, as per your syllabus, the cardiovascular system chapter 1 fully completed. Okay, so now you have to go through full. So by today for section A, by today evening, whenever that practical session will be there will be an interactive session for your yesterday's class and today's class. Okay, so this will be there in your practical session, but very next week we are going to have a test. On that test, the total syllabus, whatever we have completed on cardiovascular system, it will be included. So you have to be prepared for that very judiciously, and you should be very clear about all these things, because heart is a very interesting topic and we have completed over here. So take care. Bye. We are going to meet in the practical session. Bye.